Before I start sharing something with you, I encourage you to check in with yourself. How are you feeling? Maybe unsettled, frazzled, frozen, numb or tired, or none of the above. And maybe you're not sure how you feel. I recommend that you find somewhere comfortable to rest your body in a place where much of your body is supported, a chair, a couch, bed, maybe with a pillow underneath your head or a cushion at your belly for support. Invite ease into your body and send the message that your body is safe at this moment. If this is a new concept, finding safety in your body, that's okay, take it slow. Imagine you're offering comfort to a child who is feeling overwhelmed and needs safety and comfort. Exhale long and slow. This is a trigger warning for childhood sexual abuse. There will be nothing explicit, I promise you. Still, proceed only if your body and soul has the capacity for this heart conversation about my way forward as a survivor. The imprint from the loss of bodily autonomy through sexual assault cannot be underestimated or erased. It's a permanent tattoo. Its ink leaked into my bones and reminds me that I did survive, despite the devastating impact on my nervous system. In the midst of all the loss, my voice survived. It survived so I could confront the following. The psychological warfare method of dumping of the Epstein files. Keep us horrified, keep us too angry or in despair or avoidant of it all to notice that the revolution has begun. The recognition of the worldwide networks of deviance and denial. The control and violent oppression that the entire Western civilization has been founded on. The centering of the comfort of men, particularly white men, on the backs of indigenous peoples, Black, brown humans, women, children, and the vulnerable. And the coming to light of those who neglect their ethical duty to be mandated reporters, regardless of their occupation. All of this is a dark specter that is suffocating abuse survivors in real time. My day-to-day capacity to deal with these things fluctuates. The memories that arrive as hauntings, frayed nerves, fear episodes, insomnia, addictions and attachments, and a white-hot rage that could fuel the sun. Even with a football field full of documented proof of the atrocities committed by the rich and ridiculous, there is still no accountability. I and the young child I once was grieve that there never may be justice for us or for the millions of others who have suffered abuse. It's like having a duct tape grade Band-Aid being ripped off each day to keep the original wound bleeding out. In the midst of this grief, a friend gave me a gift, a pack of herbal astrology cards. I pulled my first card from the fresh deck to get the milk thistle, represented by the peaceful warrior. A gentle cloaked monk figure is armed with word swords, cutting when necessary and calming when needed. The thistles in her hand with sharp and stunning blooms are a known soothing remedy for melancholy, yet embrace the tenacity of a badger. Calling up forth my inner peaceful monk who has a badger's ferocity, these 4 ideals are guiding me through this dark timeline and will be my armor for the revolution. Number 1, peace. Prioritizing my own peace, recognizing the physical, mental, and emotional erosion of chronic people-pleasing, and choosing my peace over the constant comfort of others, rejecting self-abandonment that comes from putting everyone else first, and offering heart-soothing peace to the child I once was. 2, action. Being aware of the nutrition, exposures, and activities that ground my nervous system and those that don't. gathering with wise, healing, thoughtful, awakened women, being conscious of the interactions I have with children and women to ensure that I'm not continuing the cycle of control and oppression. Noticing when I am centering my life around the comfort of men over my own peace, and encouraging other women to recognize the same. Ordering age-appropriate books about consent, bodily autonomy, and self-awareness for family members with young children. Number 3, learning. Learning what organizational action is needed to support the world embracing a matriarchal model. Working with the women in my life to develop circles of care, encouraging each other to have difficult conversations from a place of love. Learning to stop giving beyond our capacity, learning to ask for help, and resisting the urge to be ultimately responsible for the healing of others. Community care over competition, control, and capitalism. Unlearning the racism woven into the fabric of every single thing I have ever learned. Recognizing that I have greatly benefited from simply being born white. Learning from Indigenous, Black, brown women who have carried this torch for centuries before I was even born. They are survivors with word swords. Offering deep respect for their courage, creativity, and teachings. Celebrating them, amplifying them, listening with humility when I get it wrong. Defueling the patriarchy, defunding organizations of oligarchs and billionaires by moving slowly, consuming less, choosing rest over manic productivity, buying local, focus on gathering over giving and receiving, and reject the premise that women, children, and the vulnerable are only valuable for their ability to provide comfort, convenience, and capital and pleasure for men. Calling on men to recognize how they benefit from their silence in the face of these atrocities, knowing that most women and children in their lives have suffered or will suffer abuse. Your silence keeps your path clear, but make sure the path for the women and children in your life is thorny and full of quicksand. As for the men who see themselves as protectors of the vulnerable, who do you think you need to protect women and children from? Rejecting any religious community that doesn't realize how they are complicit in the patriarchy of control and oppression, and address the damage done by Christian nationalism, the purity movement, spiritual warfare talk to distract from the evil in the pulpits and pews, the James Dobson ideology of abusive parenting, and their silence. Silence serves only the system. Number 4, support. Within the limits of my capacity as a neuroglitchy, highly sensitive, hermit-level introvert, I commit to listening to survivors. I don't have the skills for organizing protests, nor do I have a large audience or platform or funds to launch big actions. I have words and a broken heart held together by the belief that words matter. If they can give one survivor hope, allow one survivor to know that they've been heard and believed, then words can help us point the way home. To the survivors, it was not your fault. It was never your fault. You deserved safety, and I'm sorry you didn't get it. You deserve to take up space. You deserve to be here. You survived. Your words survived. Your words matter. In order to have the capacity to support others, we must choose ourselves first. We can choose peace-laced, justice-raged words and actions rooted in care, even if it's at the cost of comfort of others. We can choose to prepare for a world of women-led community care. We can choose the children, the women, the survivors. We can choose to be mandated reporters. May you find your words. May you find peace in your body, your mind, and in your community.